Hey everyone, happy Friday. It's cold out there. It's nipply for sure. Anyway, it's good to be here with all of you. And for those of you in Florida, wow, I'm jealous. Today we're going to do questions from readers. Our team decided it was a good idea, and I thought, yeah, why not? So thank you for sending in the questions.
Question 1 is,
Why did you only put that on part of the post instead of all of the post that goes in the ground?
Yeah, we've done it for sure. You know, it's kind of like, you know, your hockey stick, right? If you have a hockey stick, you only put the tape typically up on the handle or down on the area of the stick that's going to be hitting the puck. The reason you put it only at the ground line is because that's the area that gets affected by rot. Now, if you've ever pulled posts out of the ground, you'll see this. Any wood post you put out of the ground, in fact, even metal posts, it's always at ground level because oxygen and warmth live there. So you have oxygen, warmth, and then you have moisture. You collect those three together, and you have a perfect environment for these creatures to live. Now, on a wood post, you'll see right at the top, right at ground line, that's where they start eating the wood the most. We don't need to cover the entire post, but you can. We're not against you getting more RotGuard and covering the entire post. It doesn't change the warranty, but ultimately, you know, you got to feel better about it, and it's not going to hurt it. Whether it's concrete or not, it's not going to affect it. The big thing is, how do I keep those top 6 to 8 inches? So inch, I'm going to say above the ground, and 7 inches below the ground. That's where everything happens.
I just use ice and water shield that is used on roofs.
I'm not overly familiar with ice and water shields. You want to use, obviously, the right tool for the right application, right? You're not using your common screwdriver as a chisel. But you know what? If you were on a deserted island and that's all you had, you'd probably do it. So if you're using blue skin on a building and you happen to have some left over and you think that's an emergency solution, then go ahead and use it. But otherwise, buy RotGuard. It's less expensive, it's designed for the job, and it gives you a warranty.
If you're that concerned with post rot, why would you use concrete and not gravel?
And the reality is we don't really care what you use to backfill the hole, whether it's concrete or gravel. Neither of those are going to change the resultant degradation of your rot. Whether you backfill it with earth or you backfill it with gravel, remember, it's not that the post is in water that causes it to rot. Wood posts can be in water for thousands of years. It's the combination of the other elements, right? You have fuel in your tank, whether it's diesel or petroleum. It doesn't explode unless there are other elements like oxygen and a spark. Then you get a big boom, and that's the boom you get in your engine. So if the wood is in water all by itself, it's not going to rot. You introduce oxygen, you introduce warmth, and now you have those elements where the wood is not wet all the time. And that's what's happening at ground line. It's wet, it gets drier, it gets moist. It's always like a petri dish up there. And that's why you end up with that rot. So hopefully that clears that up.
I built a deck on the front of my house probably 30 years ago. Not a high deck, maybe 2 feet on the ground, and used pressure-treated posts and wrapped them with closed-cell styrofoam and plastic over that. And it's still standing.
Well, you know, it's not really clear to me. Are the posts in the ground? Now, if you put a post on a foundation block, the wood is above the ground. So it's not going to rot. Now, if he's saying he's putting the post in the ground, wrapped in styrofoam and plastic, that's an experiment. That's an unknown variable, but it's certainly not going to prevent rot. And of course, there's no warranty with that.
Would the plastic still degrade in that situation?
Yeah, I mean, it may take a couple hundred years. What we're trying to do is prevent 3 things, right? One of those things is air. You think air is not going to get in through behind the styrofoam? You think air is not going to get around the plastic? There's nothing preventing air from getting to the wood. So now you have air, you have moisture coming up from the bottom right? It's not even so much the moisture on the outside of the wood. It's the moisture coming in through the wood. So this solution doesn't stop any of that. You have air, you have moisture coming up underneath. There's nothing preventing that. And you don't have this tight membrane preventing bugs from getting in and around. Bugs, you see bugs, they get anywhere. I mean, you know, unless you have that somehow hermetically sealed to the wood like we are with the RotGuard, how is that going to help? His deck is still up, fantastic. The pressure treated wood is working for you, and it may stay up for a long, long time based on the reality of that pressure treat. But, you know, when will it fall? I don't know. The other thing with decks is it's a different makeup, right? A fence, for instance, or a signpost or anything else is getting a lot of lateral push, right? From wind, from people, from whatever shoving against the thing. A deck is just being pushed on vertically, right? It's the difference between shearing and tensile strength. It isn't getting that movement. So even if your post is rotten, it's going to take you a little more time to figure out that you may start to see it sinking in certain spots as opposed to it leaning. We digress.
I just tar the bottom of my posts.
Yeah, you can tar the bottom of your posts. Again, it comes back to the very same things we were talking before. You can tar the bottom of your post, but the rot happens at ground line. So the idea behind the tar at the bottom is that you're trying to prevent moisture from coming and wicking up through the middle. It doesn't prevent, again, moisture from sucking in from the sides. If you're going to use tar, I would tar the entire post from ground line down. That will help, but again, it doesn't come with a warranty, and it doesn't have an external membrane. And eventually, based on the tar, it'll start pulling away from the wood, and you'll end up with areas that you're going to get rot. Better than zero.
This doesn't help. Flashing tapes don't make a difference at all.
I agree. Yeah, flashing tape doesn't make a difference at all. I agree 100%. So, RotGuard isn't flashing tape. So your comment is right. Absolutely. The difference is we have a rubberized bitumen, which is designed to adhere to the wood and prevent oxygen and air to get to it. Whereas flashing tape has a different composition altogether, and it's not designed for the application. So he's absolutely right. It's not designed for that. We don't advertise ourselves as flashing tape. We advertise ourselves as rot barrier. So it's a different product. We're 16 inches long, and we're designed to fit the application at hand.
Dude's putting a screen protector on a post. Long.
That's cute. Okay, well, I'm glad I have translators here, because, I wouldn't have got that at all. Of course, I don't use screen protectors, so that would explain. No, it's not.
That piece of plastic isn't doing a gosh darn thing.
Yes, if it was only a piece of plastic, then he'd be right. But it's not just a piece of plastic.
Now do that another 65 times. At least the part above ground looks cool. Really like the black sticker with green instructions and information printed on it. Lol, eh?
Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad you like that stuff. Maybe the bugs and the other creatures, when they read it, they'll like it too. Especially the part that says made in USA and 25-year warranty. So I have to agree with you. I love what's on the wrapper, and it'll do the job if you install it on your posts. It takes the average guy about 2 minutes a post. 2 minutes a post for a 25-year warranty. That's a no-brainer. Yeah, how does the warranty work? Well, if you work with your fence company, certainly they'll talk to you about it. But ultimately, the warranty covers the post, and it covers the RotGuard. So if that post fails, then reach out to us, show us that you bought the product from us, that it's officially what it is. We may ask you to provide photographic proof, and maybe even the wood for that matter. Send it to Pennsylvania for us to review to see what's really happened. But ultimately, we'll cover the post and we'll cover the RotGuard. The installation's on you or your fence company, but that's what we'll cover. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining our channel today. It was kind of interesting. It's nice to read people's comments, but I have to say, I have to agree with the guy who loves our labels. Thank you. I love them too, and we're always trying to get better with it. But we like the green and black. Love the part that's made in USA and supporting our country. We support your wood. Keep it lasting longer. No, if you have any more questions, leave your comments below. Yeah, make them funny, make them interesting. Until next time, well, you know, I want to steal that line from the Red Green Show. If they don't find you handsome, they better find you handy.
So remember, women don't find you handsome. They should at least find you handy.